So I'm going to talk about this Koso 2 RX2N replica gauge that I bought on eBay. I only paid like 42 bucks for it, but I see it's pretty popular, so I'm going to give it a try here. I installed it this morning, just rode my bike home and about 18 miles. I'm pretty happy with it. Let me show you some of the functions that I did get out of it. And I installed this on like an 80s Yamaha YX600, which is pretty similar to like a XJ550 or XJ motorcycle with regards to the wiring and how it's done. But let me just show you about it real quick. First, you're gonna have to make your own bracket for it. I modified the bracket that came off my bike for it to put it on. If you can see it there, just a piece of steel. Screws, the screw holes that are here on the bracket came with it, but you have to build your own for the most part. And then when you turn it on, you're going to see all the functions light up. Now the only functions that I'm really using are, left turn, right turn, the neutral safety switch. See if it'll zoom in on that there. And then the gas light obviously is blinking, but there's no fuel level meter on this. But you can see the neutral safety switch light go off. There you go. Back on, that's working. Your high beam light. And then there's a little battery light telling me my battery's low. So on this gauge, I couldn't figure out which wire was for the oil level light like my original gauge cluster had. So I went ahead and made this little light right here. That one I went ahead and made that my oil level light. It's a check engine light for the EFI system if you have an EFI bike. And that's what I used for it. So anytime that light comes on, that's going to be my check engine light. For the speed sensor, it came with the gauge. It didn't come with the bracket, so you're going to have to make your own. Let me show you the bracket that I made. And you can see it right there. That's the sensor right here, and I just epoxied on it's a couple magnets to the heads of the rotor bolts, and then I spaced out the little sensor there for it up to the gauge. And then I had to measure. You're gonna have to measure the circumference of the tire. And I'll show you how to get into that menu right now. First, you're going to hold down this button right here and then turn the key forward. It'll give you the menu. I'm going to go ahead and put you on pause and do that. So there, you're in the menu now for that function. And then you just change the settings by pressing it once and holding it down. But the number on the bottom of the screen is actually the circumference of the tire, which mine is 1,968 millimeters. I converted inches to millimeters for that. So that one should be ready to go. The fuel level you won't be able to use unless you come up with some funky way. You can trick it by putting a resistor in line on that feed wire from the thing. Otherwise, you're going to keep getting that little low fuel light, which I have yet to do, but I will do it. As you can see, I only put 18 miles on it, just riding it home. You got the function of the trip, the voltage, and your mileage total. I wish there was a way to input my mileage originally from the bike so I could leave that on there, but I'll figure something out. The gear selector, you're gonna have to, when you're in neutral, it's gonna show 0. But anytime you shift out of neutral, it's just going to show a blank number. I would love to get a way to show the gears that I'm in, but for now, that's what it does. So on the tachometer function of it, on the Yamaha 80s bikes, it has one big igniter in the back underneath the seat area, and you're going to have to use the gray wire that's on that igniter to trigger this tachometer for it to work properly. Otherwise, you won't get a reading from the orange wire that's up here in the cluster area from the factory. That wire doesn't carry the correct signal for this gauge to work. Let's give it a little fire. overall, I'm very happy with the gauge. It's only $42 on eBay. I'll include a link to the site that I bought it from, but you can find them everywhere on there for about the same price. I'm very happy with it. If it goes out, I'll just buy another one. That's how much I liked it. There's the bike that it's put on. Pretty custom 87 Yamaha, little Radian, but I got it looking pretty cool. Anyways, if you guys have any ideas on that gear shift indicator that I might be able to work with, let me know. Thanks.